Have you ever caught yourself squinting at words on a page or straining to see road signs that used to be crystal clear? Many people assume these changes are just part of getting older, something that stronger glasses or better lighting might fix. But what if I told you that these subtle shifts in your vision could be early warning signs of cataracts? One of the most common yet misunderstood eye conditions after the age of 60. Cataracts don't appear overnight. They develop slowly, often so quietly that you don't notice the decline until your world looks dimmer than it once did. The tricky part is that these changes are often brushed off as normal aging, which delays proper diagnosis and treatment. In today's video, we'll uncover the hidden signs of cataracts, the ones many people ignore until it's too late. By learning to recognize these symptoms early, you'll know when it's time to take action and protect your vision. So, if you or someone you love has experienced strange changes in eyesight, this could be the information that makes all the difference. And before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share your experiences in the comments. Your story might help someone else recognize the early stages of cataracts and seek help before their vision gets worse. Now, let's begin by looking at the first and most common symptom, blurry or cloudy vision. One of the earliest and most noticeable signs of cataracts is blurry or cloudy vision. It doesn't happen all at once, it creeps in slowly. You may begin to notice that your surroundings look as though you're viewing them through a foggy window. Objects that once appeared sharp start to lose their edges, and reading small text may suddenly feel more difficult, even under good lighting. For some, this change is so gradual that they don't realize how much clarity they've lost until they compare their vision to a friend's or notice that colors seem dimmer than before. What makes this symptom so deceptive is how easy it is to mistake it for something else. Many people think they just need stronger glasses, so they schedule yet another optometrist visit only to discover that a new prescription doesn't help for long. That's because the problem isn't the glasses, it's the eye's natural lens, which has started to harden and form protein clumps. These clumps scatter incoming light, making it impossible to focus clearly. At first, it might only affect your vision in certain settings, like when you're reading at night or walking into a dimly lit room. Over time, however, the haze spreads and it becomes harder to ignore. And as this cloudiness grows, it begins to affect how your eyes react to light itself. Another early warning sign of cataracts is increased sensitivity to light. You might notice that bright sunlight feels harsher than before, or that oncoming headlights at night seem blinding. Some people describe halos or starbursts around streetlights, while others feel like every bright source of light is painfully sharp. Driving at night becomes especially challenging, not because you can't see, but because the glare is overwhelming. This happens because cataracts cause the lens to scatter light, sending it in all directions instead of focusing it properly on the retina. The result isn't just discomfort, it can also lead to safety concerns. Seniors often find themselves avoiding driving at night or choosing not to leave the house after dark, which limits independence and freedom. Even inside the home, bright lamps or overhead lighting may suddenly feel too intense, making it harder to enjoy everyday activities. Some people start wearing sunglasses indoors, not realizing that this heightened light sensitivity is a symptom of a deeper issue. As frustrating as this is, it's only the beginning. Because when cataracts start interfering with the way light enters your eye, they also begin to change the way you see color itself. One of the more surprising effects of cataracts is the gradual fading of colors. At first, you might not even notice it, but slowly reds seem less vivid, blues lose their brightness, and everything around you looks muted. Whites may even appear yellowish or beige, as though the world is covered by an old faded filter. This happens because the clouding lens doesn't just blur light, it also blocks certain wavelengths more than others, distorting the way colors appear. Imagine looking at a vibrant painting or a blooming garden, only to realize later that the colors you saw weren't as rich as you thought. Patients often describe this as living in a world that's losing its sparkle. Everyday experiences, from watching a sunset to choosing ripe fruit at the market, become harder when colors no longer pop. Because the process is so gradual, many people adapt without realizing what they're missing. They may even think that objects or clothes themselves have faded, when in fact, it's their eyesight changing. And just when you begin to think colors are the only thing being altered, cataracts create another strange effect, something that makes vision even more confusing. Seeing double is always unsettling, but when cataracts are to blame, it takes on a unique form. Instead of traditional double vision caused by misaligned eyes, cataracts can cause what's called monocular double vision, double or ghost images appearing in just one eye. At first, you might notice faint outlines or shadows next to objects, making words on a page or faces in conversation seem duplicated. Unlike blurriness, which is easier to ignore, this distortion can feel alarming because it comes and goes depending on how the cataract is developing inside your lens. This effect happens because the cloudy lens refracts light unevenly, splitting it into multiple paths before it reaches the retina. The result is overlap in images that don't align properly, leaving you struggling to focus. Some people describe it as if the world is slightly out of sync, with objects appearing to ghost beside themselves. Reading becomes exhausting, and tasks like sewing, driving, or even recognizing someone at a distance can feel confusing. And if this weren't frustrating enough, cataracts also play another trick, convincing you that the problem can be solved with yet another pair of glasses. One of the strangest and most misleading early signs of cataracts is what doctors call second sight. This happens when the lens inside the eye begins to swell slightly as the cataract develops, temporarily improving your ability to see up close. Someone who has worn reading glasses for years might suddenly find they can read the newspaper without them again. At first, this feels miraculous, as if aging has reversed itself. Some people even celebrate, believing their eyes are improving with time. Unfortunately, this improvement is an illusion. The same lens changes that sharpen near vision are also clouding and distorting everything else. The second sight rarely lasts long, and soon the vision worsens again, often more rapidly than before. What makes this especially dangerous is that it can delay people from seeking treatment. They think their eyes are fine, when in reality the cataract is silently progressing. This false reassurance can lead to more serious vision loss if ignored. When you combine all these symptoms, blurry vision, glare, faded colors, double vision, constant glasses changes, and the second sight illusion, you have a clear picture of what's really happening. So, how do you know whether these symptoms mean cataracts and not just ordinary aging? The key lies in recognizing patterns. Occasional blurriness from dry eyes or eye strain is normal, but when you see a cluster of symptoms, cloudy vision that glasses don't fix, worsening glare at night, fading colors, double vision in one eye, frequent prescription changes, or the sudden miracle of second sight, it's time to pay attention. These signs together strongly suggest that cataracts are developing. The only way to confirm it is with a comprehensive eye exam. Eye doctors use a slit lamp microscope to look directly at your lens and determine how advanced the clouding is. The good news is that cataracts are treatable, and modern surgery is highly effective. But the earlier you recognize the symptoms, the sooner you can make informed choices about your vision. Ignoring these early clues often means waiting until the cataracts interfere heavily with daily life, something that can be avoided with early detection. Cataracts are one of the most common causes of vision decline with age, but they don't have to rob you of your independence. The early symptoms, blurry vision, light sensitivity, faded colors, double vision, constant changes in glasses, and even the misleading second sight, are all signals worth noticing. By paying attention to these small changes, you can catch cataracts before they progress too far. Don't wait until driving at night feels unsafe or until reading becomes a struggle. Protecting your eyesight starts with recognizing the signs and taking action. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to our channel, give it a thumbs up, and share your own experiences in the comments below. Have you or someone close to you noticed these early symptoms? Your story could help others realize they're not alone and encourage them to seek the care they need. Thank you for watching, and remember, taking care of your eyes today means preserving your vision for the future.